that time I met Rick James.
Rick James.
I'm Rick James.
I'm going to tell a different story than the one I normally tell about the I'm Rick James. After that particular incident, I've told that story about, him actually saying, that phrase before Chappelle ever came on and made it famous. We did actually go to one of his parties. And this is the first time I was ever mad at Rick because I didn't know him that well. It's the first time we were hanging out. But, of course, I didn't say anything. This is another one of my heroes standing there. We were at the party by the pool, a bunch of people out there, a bunch of girls and stuff. And I had a beer in my hand, and he and my manager, three of us were off to the side talking. He said, well, how come you never invite me to the studio? You and Petey. That's what he called him, Petey. How come you and Petey never invite me to the studio? And it wasn't like we never invited him. It never occurred to me that he would come to the studio. I'm like, you come to the studio and hang out with me? I was flattered by that. And then he grabbed me in a headlock in front of all these girls. And he started giving me a noogie. And my hair is whipped and stuff. He's giving me a noogie. So I'm embarrassed already. He said, you know what I don't like about you, though? You're too much like Prince. I can't stand that little. But you're too much like Prince. That's probably why you don't invite me, because ego. I'm like, so that was the first time I was, that's a funny story just because.
Little did he know that you were from South Broadway, man, and that's not going to fly.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I'm looking around, I'm like so embarrassed. Like I said, I'm getting a noogie by Rick. These girls are looking at me, they're laughing. And I felt stupid. And then on top of that, he threw the Prince thing in, which I was very sensitive to that at that point back then. Yeah.